Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, it's just not enough? You give your best at work, you pour your heart into your relationships, and you try to be a good person, yet you feel invisible. You feel unappreciated. Maybe someone told you that you aren't talented enough. Maybe a boss made you feel small. Or maybe you just looked in the mirror one day and asked yourself, do I actually matter? If you are feeling that heaviness in your chest right now, please stay with me for the next few minutes. I want to tell you a story. It's a simple story about a young man named Liam and a small, dusty stone. But the ending of this story, well, it might just change the way you see yourself for the rest of your life. Liam was a good man. He was the kind of person who would hold the elevator door for strangers and stay late at the office just to help a coworker finish a report. He had a heart full of gold. But Liam had a problem. He was stuck. He worked at a large company where his boss, Mr. Harrison, was a man who believed that fear was the best motivator. Every day for 5 years, Liam heard the same things. You're lucky to have this job, Liam. Anyone could do what you do. You're too slow. You're too soft. Day after day, these words chipped away at him. Imagine a drop of water hitting a rock. One drop does nothing, but 1,000,000 drops over 5 years, it wears the rock down. Liam began to believe it. He stopped speaking up in meetings. He stopped smiling as much. He started to shrink. He truly believed he was worth nothing, that he was just a replaceable gear in a big machine. He felt like he was constantly on sale, begging someone to buy him for a few pennies. One rainy evening, after a particularly bad day where he was yelled at in front of the whole staff, Liam was walking home through the park. He felt tears stinging his eyes. He sat down on a wet bench, put his head in his hands, and whispered to himself, "Why am I even trying? I'm worthless." "That is a very heavy word to carry," a voice said. Liam looked up. Standing there was an old man with a long white beard and eyes that looked like they had seen 1,000 lifetimes. He was holding a simple umbrella. Liam wiped his face quickly. "I'm sorry, I didn't see you there." The old man smiled gently and sat down next to him, leaving a respectful distance. "I heard what you said. You said you are worthless. Why?" Liam sighed. He didn't usually talk to strangers, but he was so broken he just let it out. He told the old man about his boss. He told him about working hard and getting nothing back. He told him that he felt like a failure. The old man listened without interrupting. When Liam was finished, the old man reached into his deep coat pocket. He pulled out a stone. It wasn't a pretty stone. It was about the size of an egg, covered in dirt, rough around the edges, and looked like something you might kick aside on a gravel road. "Liam," the old man said, "I have a task for you. If you do this for me, I will answer your question about your worth." Liam looked at the dirty rock. "Okay, what do I do?" "Take this stone," the old man said. "Tomorrow morning, I want you to take it to the market. I want you to try to sell it. But, and this is important, do not sell it. No matter what price they offer, do not accept it. Just find out what they are willing to give. Then come back to me." The next morning, Liam felt a bit silly, but he had promised. He took the rough, dirty stone and went to the local vegetable market. He saw a woman selling oranges. He approached her. "Excuse me, ma'am," said Liam. "Would you be interested in buying this stone?" The woman looked at the dirty object in his hand. She laughed. "What would I do with that? It's just a rock. Maybe I can use it as a paperweight to keep my bills from blowing away in the wind. I'll give you $2 for it." Liam remembered the old man's rule. "Thank you, but I cannot sell it." He left feeling discouraged.
$2. The old man was crazy. This is just a piece of junk. Next, he went to a pawn shop. The man behind the counter wore thick glasses and looked skeptical. He took the stone, scratched it a little, and frowned. "It's rough, it's old, it's got scratches," the pawnbroker grumbled. "Look, kid, I don't usually buy rocks, but maybe I can polish it up and sell it as a knick-knack. I'll give you $10. Take it or leave it." $10. It was better than $2, but still, it was the price of a cheap lunch. Liam shook his head. "I can't sell it, sorry." He was about to go back to the park, ready to tell the old man that the stone was worthless, but then he saw a high-end jewelry store across the street, the kind with a security guard at the door. Liam hesitated. He looked at his worn-out shoes. He felt out of place. "They will laugh at me," he thought, "just like Mr. Harrison laughs at me." But he took a deep breath and walked in. An elderly jeweler, dressed in a fine suit, walked over. "How can I help you, sir?" Liam pulled the dirty stone out of his pocket. "I was wondering if you could tell me what this is worth." The jeweler's eyes widened. He didn't laugh. He didn't scoff. He immediately reached for his magnifying loupe. He took the stone gently, as if it were a baby bird. He placed it on a velvet pad and turned on a bright light. For a long minute, the room was silent. The jeweler looked up, his voice trembling. "Sir, do you know what this is?" "A rock?" Liam guessed. "This is not a rock, sir. This is a raw blue sapphire, and not just any sapphire. The size, the clarity deep inside. This is one of the rarest finds I have seen in 20 years. It hasn't been cut or polished yet, so it looks rough, but inside, it is perfection." Liam was stunned. "So, what is it worth? $10? The jeweler laughed in disbelief. $10, sir. If I allow me to auction this, it would easily start at $500,000. Liam's jaw dropped. $500,000 for the dirty rock in his pocket? I can't sell it," Liam stammered, grabbing the stone and rushing out of the store. Liam ran back to the park. He was out of breath when he found the old man sitting on the same bench. "So?" the old man asked. "What happened?" "I don't understand," Liam shouted, sitting down. "The lady at the market offered me $2. The pawnbroker offered me $10. But the jeweler said it was worth $500,000. He said it was a rare gem." Liam looked at the stone in his hand. It still looked like a dirty rock to him. Which one of them is right? The old man smiled calmly. "They are all right, Liam. The market woman saw a paperweight, so she offered the price of a paperweight. The pawnbroker saw a weird object, so he offered the price of a novelty. But the jeweler, he saw the hidden value. He had the knowledge to look past the dirt and the rough edges." The old man placed a hand on Liam's shoulder. "Liam, you are this stone." Liam froze. "You have been trying to sell yourself to people who are like the vegetable seller. You are working for a boss who is insecure and small-minded. They are only seeing the dirt. They only see the rough edges. They don't have the capacity or the eyes to see your true value." "But," the old man continued, his voice firm, "the problem, Liam, is not that you are worthless. The problem is that you are hanging around people who cannot afford you." Tears streamed down Liam's face, but this time they weren't tears of sadness, they were tears of relief. He realized that for 5 years he had been standing in the wrong shop, begging the wrong people to value him. He wasn't broken, he was just in the wrong place. The next day, Liam resigned. He didn't scream or shout, he just left. He spent time polishing his skills, just like cutting a gem. Eventually, he found a place where his kindness and hard work were seen as assets, not weaknesses. So here is the lesson for you today. If you are in a place where you feel unappreciated, if you feel like you are worth $2, look around you. Are you truly worthless, or are you simply in the wrong market? Don't spend your life trying to prove your worth to people who simply do not have the eyes to see it. Know your value, and when you realize you are a diamond, stop letting people treat you like a paperweight. Change your environment, and you will change your life.